see. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to another day streaming. We got our coffee, we got some water. Make sure you drink your water. Make sure you drink your coffee. Happy Thursday, everybody. We're gonna get this going. Maybe a 40-minute stream today. 30, 40 minutes, something decent. We're gonna continue on cooking, and we got the product here. X-Copilot. We are adding some really cool stuff. We're adding a game, actually. So, gamifying the whole product. So we're building a little game. Let's make sure my stream. X-Copilot. Yep. So I'll make sure my stream is good. We're gonna order some food soon. Yeah, welcome everybody, and we are going to showcase some stuff. I'm gonna do first look at the game. We tried to do a small game. I'm not sure if it's good or not. We're just gonna give it a shot, give it a try, and see what happens there. I'm assuming my stream is decent. I think so. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see what we've done over the past couple of days, or actually yesterday. Let's see what we've done overnight, and we're gonna keep it going. Make sure. Okay. So this is Firefox. All right, guys. So we've done a lot of cool stuff overnight. Here's the PRs. We actually implemented a game. /play. We implemented a game to gamify the whole experience. So let's just take a look here. Just get right into it. So we did a bunch of polishes, etc. We're talking about the learn. We had the lesson. Do we have lesson number 3? Yes, we do. Here's another lesson we added as well. So we can look at the history. There was a lot of stuff got done yesterday. So couple of polishes. I think we've done this overnight. Yesterday, pin flight path agenda to min max to the right. Yeah, it's just small polishes. Next action card. The third lesson, we added settings as well. An extra settings here. So where's the settings? We added a settings for drop posts with off-platform links. We added this setting here, so you can just toggle it on and off. That was important, so we don't deal with links. And after that, approach. Ignore on posts younger than 1 hour. So the approach part for the desk also we updated here. So we're gonna ignore posts older than 1 hour. And as you can see here, we have daily missions. We have some suggestions. We're kind of starting to improve the product a lot now, guys. We're trying to keep it engaging and entertaining. So that was just the plans. Let me just look at the lesson. So we did add the third lesson. I just want to go over with you guys real quick. This third lesson is how many replies a day, because this is just I'm kind of making this up as I go. I'll be honest. So step 1 is like I wanted to know what I want to know. I heard the algorithm weights before, but I really wanted to know exact numbers. And here we have the exact numbers, so we know kind of the whole point of lesson 1 is just get familiar with this numbers, how each number affects it. Yeah, if you mute someone and if you block them, it can really reduce their points. So the next thing is posts that get a reply. So after that, we realize, okay, well, obviously getting a reply seems like one of the easiest things. Not easy, but when it comes to points, you get +5 versus +0.5. So getting replies on your posts is very important, and especially if you have mutuals. If he's already a follower, then he's gonna give you an extra boost. Really nice. We need a back button as well. We need like a back button. So let me add that before I forget. Just get the cursor. Just add this back button. I'm just gonna switch here so I can show you guys. Just open this issue plus APR for the lesson part. There needs to be a back button when you click either of the lessons. But even better, we should just have like a sidebar on the left, like a table of contents. Almost, that's a bit sticky on desktop view, and on mobile, maybe make other layout to help users navigate back to the learn route and maybe move through lessons. So even a next/prev button at the bottom of the lesson. So please open APR for this so you can just polish up the navigation for the lessons. Just gonna have it open up here for the lessons before I forget, because this is something I talked about yesterday. So we got the lesson. Lesson number 2 was posts that get a reply. So we kind of want to get you guys to do posts that get a reply. That seems like where it gets you the most points. And lesson number 3 is how many replies per day can we do. So this is the next thing. I did not read this. Let's read this together. So here's the deal. I want to understand how many replies per day can we really do, because, you know, I mean, if you want to grow your account, what are you going to do? Are you going to just kind of spam replies day after day after day kind of thing? Or, you know what I mean? What did you do? So that's the question here. What are you going to do? Let me order some food really quick, guys. And we'll get through this lesson real quick. Yeah. One second, guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, we just got some chicken rice. All right, let's get back, guys. So we have lesson number 3. All right, lesson number 3. This is how many replies per day do we do? Because yeah, what? Are we gonna spam? We're supposed to sit here all day long and do replies? That's a little bit not fun. So the snapshot has no ranking constant for how many replies or originals you can do in a day. Scoring is per post for this viewer. Final score equals the sum of weight times the action probability. If a daily quota is not in the code, we do not say one. Yep, extra posts in one slate decay. So here there is some decay. After the weight sum, author diversity multiplies each later post from the same author in this viewer's for you slate. Let's understand that. So because of the author diversity, this is, I think, this is looking at it from a perspective of a viewer, not the author. So from the same author, enable author diversity is on. Decay 0.5, floor 0.25. So what that means is K is how many of this author's posts already sit higher in the same slate. First post is 1, second is 6 to 5. It goes down and down, but never below 0.25. Now, what is this number? This is the floor. Second one is slate. We need to understand this number a little bit better. What is this number? So I'm going to just make another prompt to Cursor. I'm just going to combine a couple of things. So for lesson 3, I want you to update it a bit. First, I want you to explain what is this number, 0.5 or 0.25? Is this like a ranking from the viewer's perspective? We should explain that we are now, this number is related to the viewer's perspective. No, I'm not in Cursor right now, guys. I'm just I'm going back and forth. So here's Cursor. I'm just typing in this prompt. I want to understand this lesson. I'm trying to understand. So this score here, this is, again, lesson 1 is the weights for all the actions. So this is from the point of view of the author. When you create a post, someone likes it, retweets, you get some points. Cool. That's what we're just trying to get you guys to understand in the first lesson. The second lesson is, okay, well, based on the first lesson, we understand that we want posts that give you replies. Okay, that makes sense. Pretty self-explanatory here. It just talks about reply farming and why this is a thing. It's because of the algorithm. And the third lesson is now, okay, well, now that we understand that we need to, quote, reply farm, how many a days can we do? How many of these a day can we do? There is no floor, but there is a author diversity score. So obviously that's what makes sense. If you think about this, if you have a bunch of followers and you're just posting every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes, you're posting some random reply, your followers' feed is gonna get flooded with your replies, right? And it is going to kind of it's actually this low key works in your favor, because if you keep doing a lot of replies, then you don't want your followers to keep getting spammed with your random replies. In a way, you actually don't want. You want to, reach new people. So this actually low key helps you in to continue to create many replies. But let me just understand. So yeah, this is a score for the author diversity. So this is more about the author diversity stuff. It seems like that's the major throttle for you. So when Thunder builds the in-network pool, again, this is this will be related. Makes sense because this is only for people that are following you. They're gonna be kind of spammed with all these replies, but they're not going to because of this decay. So it returns at most 30 replies and 50 originals per followed author. So this actually really works in your favor. And we are already starting to see some numbers. We see 30 replies and 50 originals. So it will show up to 30 replies per followed author. So low key, this means that maybe we can easily do 30 per day, for example. It seems like 30 per day might be a nice little bottom level. Like if you do anything under 30 per day, like it's not really gonna matter. But anything over, okay, you're gonna start hitting some limits in terms of 30 replies per follower. So a lot of these replies might not be shown to all of your followers, which is kind of a thing, which is a problem. But let me just get through it. At most 1,200 posts for the request. So this is the total amount of posts it will show, I guess, 30 per author. Get all posts by user takes those limits from the recent store. That is how many of your recent posts can enter the viewers in network candidates, not a daily posting quota and not a for you penalty, which is nice. No penalty. Tip, do not read 3050 as how many you may post. Right, so this is not how many you may post. This is just how many posts it will show. But the fact that we already get a decent number, which is 30, kind of shows you, okay, well, we can comfortably do at least 30 replies per day. Let me just verify this with Cursor and just make sure. And another thing I wanted to clarify, since we have the 30 post limit there for the author diversity, I feel like that means we can deduce that we can easily do at least or up to 30 replies per day without facing any throttling, even in terms of our replies not showing up for all our followers. Because after 30 replies, it may not show some, right? If I'm getting this right, please open an issue plus APR and update that third lesson. Okay, but before we do this, let me go back to Mergestorm. Do we have this PR open there? Let me see. We do have it open here. Let me see why it didn't show up. It did show up. There it is, guys. We do have the PR here. I guess I'll just let it ride because it might have some conflicts, but we're going to open up a second one meanwhile. It's all good. Let's see here. What is the next on our plate? We got... Let's keep going. We still haven't gotten to the juicy part, guys. We have not gotten to the juicy part. So I'm just going through the lesson. So this, we're also going to be updating this lesson, of course, but yeah. So 20, 30 replies. Apply is a score unwrap. If the model predicts 0 for like, reply, or follow, those terms add 0. There is no quiet post ledger. You fail to earn predicted positives. Negative defaults, not interested, mute, block, report. Only move the score if the model predicts those actions for the viewer. An ignored reply is not a report. There it is. So it's important, again, obviously if you're going to be flooding stuff for the user, you're going to get cooked. I don't know about unfollow, how much unfollow actually hurts you or not, but that's another thing. What is BDSM? I think it's talking about some other BDSM. Burstiness BDSM. Excuse me? Behavioral detection sequence model. All right, man. That you could have used something else, but BDSM it is, Mr. Elon. All right. Graduated actioning is challenge versus suspend. That is not a published 50 a day for you. Wait, this snapshot does not give a safe daily count. Do not start at 50 because a thread said so. The code does not say start at 5 and scale to 50. P action is viewer specific. Diversity decays extra in one slate. Followed replies still take 0.75% when that switch is on. A mechanical flood is what reply spam bot is for. So we do have something called reply spam bot, right? Reply spam bot and tweet spam bot heads. So this, I would like to make a little bit of a subsection on these two. And also modify the lesson plan and make a proper subsection for the reply spam bot and the other one, as it's right up our alley. I want a deeper subsection dive on exactly how it works, etc., what to avoid. I'm gonna interrupt it here. I know you guys probably want to see cursor and not this, so here it is. I'm gonna interrupt cursor right at the right spot. It's reading some stuff. Okay, perfect. We're gonna do it right here. So it's in the middle of updating. We want to make sure it lands everything in the same PR. So there it is. There's cursor. Let's go back because this is just basic stuff. I'm doing some product analysis. So yeah, this is it about the reply spam bot. We're updating the third lesson. It reads action sequences, timing, burstiness, burstiness. But we're gonna do a real analysis on this. So burstiness, I mean, how does it measure burstiness? Is there a per second, per minute? Do we need to wait 1 minute, 2 minutes between replies? So this is some stuff that we can look at the code and see if there's any details in the actual code for this, and then we're gonna update it. So this is just a little bit about the lesson of what we're building here. You guys see, we're just kind of expanding this little by little, day by day. We're not spamming you guys with a bunch of like random lessons. We're taking it easy day by day, trying to understand help you guys understand the algorithm and pretty much how it works. And again, the whole point of this is everything should be cited directly from the X algorithm. Yes, this is AI generated, but the sources are cited. So anything we do here, and we go over this with humans. So that's the lesson stuff. Let's go back into the fun stuff. So we have the desk. Same old stuff. Let's look at the nice fun stuff. So this whole /play stuff. I don't know where we don't have a play. I believe we have a perch, which is /play. So here it is. Yeah, we tried to make this game here. But you see what is going on here. I don't know what's going on, guys. This is a show. Run scout now to find 5 fresh leads from just a queue. I am so confused. A souvenir of the day's desk work. So we kind of built this game. We vibe coded this, and so now I don't know what's going on with this game. This looks ridiculous. Let me see, guys. This, I thought I didn't know what to expect, but this is not what I expected. Like a full page game. I am very confused. I am very upset. I'm not very. I'm just gonna have to yell at Cursor. Poor Cursor. We spent so much credits and PRs and times on this, and this is what it gave us. LOL. We spend so much time and energy on this game, and this is what I get? What? This is what I get, guys. I get this, guys. This is thanks to this was Fable. Fable was involved in this mess. I'm very disappointed. Fable, Grok, and Soul came up with this. I am very upset. Fable, Grok, and the Soul came up with this? What is that? There is no animation, no movement, just a bird? Is that a bird? What? I'm so confused. I thought we were going to get like a full screen animation / game. What is going on there? Please. Help me understand. Do not change anything. What the heck? Yo. What is this? I don't know what is the bro. All of this for this. I am very upset. And this flag, yo, let's just go back here and see what is this is all suggested. I guess we need to do an approach, a takeoff. I'm already confused, guys. This is all OG stuff, and this is some runs stuff to do. Okay, let's take off. Is it gonna remove it? So yeah, we're kind of expanding the features a lot here, and I'm not sure how we're gonna have to deal with a lot of nonsense. So yeah, a lot of times I like to just build stuff out and then we polish it later. That's not a big deal. The game will get polished. I think we just got all the wirings done, but the game itself is cooked. And I was thinking maybe to even put the game on the main desk, but I really wanted a separate game, man. I wanted a separate route, something gamified. But maybe it was just a little bit of a mistake. But as you can see, it's good. It did the takeoff and it updated the next two. And see how ranking works. Reply to one thread in your queue to keep the momentum and hit 5 replies today. See? So this is a little bit of a better start. The hover removes the border edges. A small little thing here. So let's go along. Okay, let's do one reply. Okay, let's look at here. Let's open on X. We have some. Oh gosh, what is that? I don't know. I don't really care. Let's move on. Let's just get another one. I don't really want to look at a bunch of pictures. Ah, more pictures. Yes. Unpopular startup opinion. You don't need more tools. You need fewer tools that actually get used. A complicated stack doesn't make a product sophisticated. Sometimes it just makes debugging more sophisticated. As simple as the name of the game. It's an art to make a workflow simple. It's also the key to scaling. We don't need more tools. I only use about 2 to 3 tools for my DevX. My DevX. Much better than trying to utilize 10 plus different. It will only slow you down. I guess. Geez. Yeah, it keeps. Yeah. So we just reply to this one. It's not the best, not the worst reply. It's at least it's human. So we go post it on X. Just the usual stuff. It's gonna detect it. It's gonna detect it. Okay. So there it is. Reply to 1 give the I hit 5. So it's still asking me to hit 5. But for this one, I'm already thinking for this one, we should kind of update this. See, so for the reply thing, again, it's a small thing, but it's kind of I want to keep it involved. So I'm gonna tell Cursor here. Let's go back to Cursor. For the R, the to-do thing. Yep. I replied to one post. It should include some progress bar in line in the row to show like how many replies I have done. So if it's asking me to hit 5 replies per day today, as I do each reply, it should show like a clean progress bar, say 1 out of 5, then 2 out of 5, etc., etc. So it's clear how many replies I have done and how many I should do more. Am I still live, guys? Okay. My connection is cooked, I think. But I think I'm still live. Yeah, I think I'm still live. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's get back here. Are we on Cursor? Yeah. So this is just polishing up a little bit about this. So what's up with this game, man? It's cooked. Nothing is broken. The screen is a product that was locked and shipped, not half-built full-screen game. What play was designed to be a signed-in souvenir of work you already did on the desk? One small 2D Copilot in a box. It reads coaching plus gamification. It cannot be played. No clicks that earn, no missions to finish. There's no joystick. The only button is to the desk. The LED. What is LED on the page? Is the brief. A souvenir of the day's desk work. That block came from the plan, not from Fable failing at a bigger game. The brief said a perch plus one creature, not a spaceship sim, not a walkable town, not a second XP loop, layer 3 town. Was written down and then explicitly not scheduled. Oh, geez. What you're looking at? Same Chrome as settings, title, back, caption. The picture is an inline SVG. The bird, desk, window, flag, and shelves are that drawing. A streak 13, you get goggles. At 16, you get the window and a pennant. The line under Run Scout Now is today's next action sentence. Copied verbatim. To the desk is a nudge. The text at the bottom is like, oh gosh. Motion was specified as CSS on the tiny SVG, not a full screen animation loop. Gosh, we're doing SVGs. This is terrible. This is terrible. I'm gonna update this entirely. I tried to trust just kind of the AIs to let them run wild, and they kind of decided to go on a very. They seem to have decided to go with a very small, like, simple thing. It's not the worst. This could probably fit in the desk page, right? Under the agenda or somewhere, or maybe part of here. We could split this, maybe. Something like this. So we can work on the game. I was expecting something more involved, but at the same time, we got to keep it low-key because the whole point of this is to interact with a desk, not like to play a game, but we do want the gamified feature. So we're just gonna update this. Definitely not SVG. I don't want to do SVG. This is ridiculous. We're gonna do canvas outside of React. We're gonna render it outside of React, so there's no re-render. So we'll fix this. Let's keep on going. Daily missions. Post one original. Take off one. So let's post one original. Let's see how the original stuff is working. So your routing post got 14 views and or Grok has got 6. But your best replies hit 1,500 plus views when you made a sharp claim. Write an original that invites a fight about model routing. Okay. I'll try. Routing is just prompt engineering. One model can do 90% of the tasks fine. Sure. This kind of invites... doesn't even matter. Doesn't even mean I technically agree with this, but stop building a God file for a problem that doesn't exist. Okay, let's try this. Routing isn't really a skill you need to learn. These days, one model can do 90% of the work. The other 10%, just tweak the prompt or split it into smaller sections. Okay, this is interesting because now when I'm doing this weird thing where it's like, I don't necessarily even, this is a little bit baity. Like, it baits a little bit. Like, I do believe, but I don't believe part of it. So I'm just interested to see how this will land. It invites a little bit of emotion. It's not quite baiting. It's not like anything too negative, but it it creates a sharp opinion that many might and probably will disagree with, and that's kind of the point. So we did that. Nice. We did one original. Same with this daily missions as well. I need to update this so the daily missions updates. There it is, guys. So we're just gonna maybe switch back. Are we in Cursor? Yep. So I'm just gonna open a thread here, another PR. We probably have a bunch in flight. Let me see how we're doing. Let's go to our PRs. We have a couple in flight, I believe. Let's look at Mergestorm. We're gonna adopt these two. So again, adopting is when you open this as a regular GHPR, but you want to adopt this so you get all the information. It doesn't really change what happens. The PR still gets reviewed the same, but for the dashboard, it allows you to land it. Now we're gonna actually test the merge queue. Should we? We can. I don't know if we should. We'll do that tomorrow actually, because it's not quite ready yet. It's almost ready, not quite. So we're just gonna land it 5:48. But we're gonna be doing merge queues next. So starting tomorrow, we're gonna be landing all of this through the merge queues, and we'll start using that more because that helps with velocity and also helps with um, integrations. Because as you see here, we have conflicts, right? So it couldn't land as because of conflicts. This is another good uh, example of how to use our Mergestorm. Let me move my camera right here, guys, so you see how to use Mergestorm. So we have a merge conflict. You can resolve this yourself. Why? You can just use Cyclone right here. It's going to use a specialized merge conflict resolution agent. That's a sub-agent of Cyclone. Cyclone is like the agent that does all the patching. So anytime you need some code modification, Cyclone is the guy. It's uses DeepSeek, and depends on what you're doing really. But it has a couple of specialized agents. Specifically, it has one for merge conflict resolution. So it's specifically for that. The whole prompt involves. It's not just going to look at everything. It's going to look specifically at the conflicts. It's going to look at both sides of the hunk, and it's going to quickly and simply resolve this appropriately. So, it's going to either combine stuff or update or overwrite, but it's going to do that with context. It's also going to understand any open PRs someone have, any closed PRs. So it has a really nice context. It understands everything, and it does it relatively quick. Within 1 or 2 minutes, it will resolve these conflicts. And yeah, once it does, one thing we need to do is we need to make sure whenever it does the push, it needs to auto update this merge conflict resolution after a new head or SHA or something like this. It doesn't automatically update, but as you see here, it already updated this. So it took very, very quick. As you can see, it was under a minute, I believe. Under a minute to resolve all these conflicts. It's super, super fast. It doesn't really waste any time. And yeah, it just uses 1 credit. And if you have a lot of credits, I mean, pretty much unlimited. You have way more credits than you need. In my case, for our usage, yeah, I mean, I'm on a really fat plan, but you get if you use this plan, right, the 1 seat, you get 2,000 credits. Albeit I use a lot. I can't believe I have 7,000 left. So yeah, I used about 2,000 already this month, and I do a lot of work. I mean, I run this on max mode. I run everything on max mode. So if I run the agents here, I run them on max mode. Smart router max. So it does up to 5 agents, up to 5 specialists, along with core. And I'm still very. The costs are very reasonable. The amount of reviews I do. I mean, I've done thousands of reviews. This month, I do about 20, 30 PRs per day. That's just me alone. So, I mean, review-wise, each PR can take, 3, 4 reviews maybe. So let's talk about maybe 100 reviews per day. And each review is more than 1 credit, right? So 100 credits. I'm probably using around 4, 5, 600 credits per day. So, but it's still relatively cheap. I mean, $100. I'm not sure. Yeah, if I use 500, I mean, not that many credits actually. So it's a lot less, but it's maybe a couple hundred per day. So anyway, guys, yeah, I'd recommend using this. If you guys want to save credits, you can easily save credits if you just use up to 3 standard mode, or if you only do Vortex Core. I mean, you can run 2,000 reviews this way because it's only going to use 1 credit each time. So it just depends on what you want to do. I'm just trying to get the most out of this, so I'm using the full stack here. And for Tempest as well, I use Tempest when we have stacks and we need to do some big integration stuff. I use Kimikate 3. It's also the best value for the price. Fable, of course, is way too expensive. It's just not. DeepSeek V4, it's just, I feel like it's not really as deep. Opus 5 is over, a lot of people don't like it. Sol 5.6, we need to reduce the price on this one, actually. Sol 5.6 is also a really good one because it's relatively cheap now. So I think we can easily reduce this to closer to Opus prices, but that's something we would need to handle a little bit later. So that's about it for just Mergestorm. As you guys can see, we've been continuing to do updates. We have a lot of cool stuff. This is the main product. Mergestorm is my main product. X-Copilot Dev is more like a showcase to show you guys how it works. So here's the merge conflict. They have been resolved. Looks like it's updated by itself. And here's the next PR that came on. We're going to adopt that. So as you can see here, everything is clear. And for the X-Copilot, see, the agent decided to not invoke any specialists because this was just some, copy documentation pretty much. There's no real code or logic. So that's why it only invoked core. And this right here is the merge conflict specialist. So this is from Cyclone. So if you ever invoke this Cyclone through the dashboard, it will also run this merge conflict specialist, which is what resolved the merge conflict. So you can see Vortex gave us the all clear, so we can land this next. Now again, this could come up with some more merge conflicts, and we can easily fix that if needed. So this is how Mergestorm works. Really nice. Now the idea is you would send this to the merge queue. I think we need one more day to get everything perfectly polished so the merge queue works nice. But the idea with the merge queues, again, see we have the CI here. Now a lot of times, I'm not sure how you have it. Well, the solution for the merge queue is trying to solve is if you have two PRs and they both pass CI, if you merge the bottom one in, does this next one still pass? So some PRs might pass separately, but when you combine them, the CI might fail. There's no way for you to test that within a single PR. You need to kind of take it up a level. And this is where merge queue comes in, where what it does is you plug in a PR into the merge queue. It creates a new branch with essentially with that main, with that PR's code, and it runs the CI once again on this full code with this PR. If it passes, it merges this PR into main, and then it goes on to the next PR in the queue, and now it runs CI on that PR with all the bottom code. So now you have each PR's code gets absorbed before the next one runs the CI, which is really important if you want to make sure your code continues to work well and you can confidently ship to production over and over and over. Because a lot of times, you have two PRs that pass separately, but when you put them in main, all of a sudden stuff starts breaking. So this is where the merge queue comes in, and we're excited to kind of have it as one of the next pieces of the puzzle, because we've done a lot. We've done stacks, we've done review loops, automatic looping, smart routing, and now we're moving on to the merge queue, because the goal is to be able to handle 2,000 PRs per day per team. And the only way you can really move along this kind of volume is with a proper merge queue. So you just send to merge queue. It's ready, send to merge queue, send to merge queue. Also, we can have a button where it's automatic land. We don't really have automatic land yet. We had it before. I think we disabled it. But yeah, the idea is we can automatically send it to the merge queue when it's ready. That's the next step. So right now you have to manually send it to merge queue. The next step would be to automatically, it's just going to see, it's going to look at the code, it's going to look at the review stage of the PR. Once it settles down, let's say once the review is all clear, it's going to give it like a 60-second timeout to make sure that, just to let it settle. So it's going to say, okay, this is all clear. Okay, let's let it settle, make sure everything is good, nothing gets fired off. 60 seconds, it's settled, bam, send it to the merge queue. Send it to the merge queue, it runs CI, everything is green, good, merge it into main. Next one. Okay, let's say something is wrong, CI doesn't pass. It's going to bounce it right back into this tab right here, to this work tab. So when you send it to merge queue, it's going to go up here into this merge queue, literally up. And then if it bounces it back, it's going to bounce it right back here. That's the idea behind a merge queue, and I'm excited to get it working. So let's continue here. I think I'm almost done. Yeah, my food is here, so I'm going to end the stream, guys. But thank you guys so much for stopping by, and we are going to just polish this up again. The game, I'm definitely disappointed with this game. Again, I didn't give it too much. Agency. Like, I didn't tell it exactly what to do. I just told it to do something, and it decided on this SVG thing, which is kind of really lame. And so we are going to turn this into a proper canvas game. But at the same time, I don't know if I want to just have a play in a separate game. You know what I mean? Because the whole point is you need to be on this page. You need to be on this page in order to, interact and do interactions. So the idea is the game should kind of maybe be on this page, or kind of be, how do I say this? Maybe somehow built into this kind of tab here, right? So we already have this chart. It's pretty long. Maybe we don't need it this long. Maybe we can cut it in half and have a little bit of a window here as a game window. I think that would be really cool. Just something you can look at, something to keep you occupied, something you can kind of understand and engage with. The whole point is that, yes, there's no real stakes for the game, but the whole point is to get you kind of excited, to maybe try to see if you can unlock new things, and eventually we are going to add like leaderboards so you can see your stuff. But for the game, I wanted it to make. I'm still kind of thinking exactly what I want to do with the game, but one thing is for sure, this is not it. So we're definitely going to be updating this overnight and seeing maybe something better we can give you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by this stream. I'll see you guys in the next one, and keep it cooking, guys. Peace.